Okay, artists, let's get to work. In the last video, we made several sheets of simulated texture through the process of texture rubbing. Now we want to add more color with a process called wax resist. Now, wax resist painting works because the wax of the crayons and the water in the paint do not mix. Think about waxing a car. A thin layer of wax is applied all over the car to keep the water from sticking to the metal and causing rust. We will use watercolor paints to add more color over our texture rubbings. The wax will resist the paint, and only the empty areas around the crayon will be painted. I'll show you how to do it. First, we will need the 2 sheets of texture rubbings that we did in the last video. I need to prepare my work surface, so I'm going to lay a painting folder on my space. I'll need a paintbrush and a set of watercolor paints and a water pot. Now, the process is very simple. We are going to simply paint over top of the crayon drawing. Now, we want to make sure that the watercolor paints are not too thin. We want the colors to be bold and bright. So if you notice, I am brushing water in the oval pan multiple times to really get paint in the brush. It is fully loaded, and now you can see that I am painting with some bright watercolor paints on top of a different color wax crayon. Now, once you start to run out of paint, be sure to reload your brush and make sure that there is enough pigment in your brush so that the colors are bold and bright. You want to paint the entire paper. Paint all the way to the edge. Each time you change colors, make sure that you clean your brush thoroughly and explore and experiment and see what happens when one color is applied on top of a different color wax. When you have thoroughly painted both sheets of texture rubbings, keep them on your painting folder and turn them into the drying rack for next week's challenge.